Welcome guys back to another video. It's your boy Capital here. Today's video is going to be a breakdown of S&P 500. Now this trade was taken on the 2nd of January, and funny enough, this was my first trade of the year, going out with a nice 8-hour trade. I'm going to put in the screen somewhere the before and after of the trade so you can see how it went. But before we start, please don't forget to like, comment AMD for this video, AMD, and subscribe to the channel as well. Let's get this channel to 300 subscribers by the end of January, February, please. And last but not the least, also follow my telegrams, like and comment AMD so I know you came from this video as well. All of my recent reels and all my posts and everything on there. So please follow and share and do all the nice stuff to all the links below so we can keep pushing this channel. But without further ado guys, let's get into today's video. Okay, so as I said, this was a sell trade I was taking on the 30 minutes to 1 hour time frame. Now as we can see here, we can see price is in a bullish structure currently, where we have a high lows, high high, high lows, high high, high lows, high high, which tells me that price is very strong momentum to the upside. Now as we know, the price is very, very strong to the upside. There comes to a point where price always has to correct itself in order to sort of come back to areas that there was inefficiency, and then therefore correct itself before pushing to the upside, which we have in this case happening to S&P 500, where we can see the price failed. So this low failed to break past this high here. Now whenever this happens, what this means is that there's a market shift that's most likely about to occur, and which in this case it did happen when we start seeing a huge push to the downside and a correction, push to the downside, a correction, and a push to the downside here. So by default, and obviously since price broken past this level, this is a sign that there's more to come. When this is the last area that price pushed change of structure, where we can see it failed to break past this high here, and therefore we can see a push, correction, push, correction, or impulse and correction, pullback, whatever you call it. So this was the last candle that pushed price hugely to the downside, closing below this candle here, which then tells me that price has fully switched power from the bullish to the bears now. So we know that the sellers are in control in the short term now. So therefore this is where we start to look for the area that price will likely pull back and then continue to the downside, which is this area here that we highlighted as a bearish supply zone here. Now if we go on the 30 minutes time frame now, so we can see this is the candle. This is the last sell candle that caused price to push to the downside, and obviously we can see some inefficiency price action happen here. We have a push to the downside, impulse happens, in retracement. Now this was the last impulse candle, however there's no retracement so far yet, so therefore we will be entering upon this retracement to the downside, which our first take profit will be here, and then our second take profit will be somewhere here, so that we can maximize our risk to reward ratios for this trade. So let's play price and see how price starts to build up towards our area of interest. By the way, we also have an imbalance which helps with our confluences or our sort of confirmations when we're trying to find a high probable entry trade. Price starts playing up. Now bear in mind here, so price starts to build up close to our area during the agent session, which normally this is my favorite, because as our price plays, I'll start explaining. Now we can see the agent session usually is known for accumulation session, meaning this is where price starts to build up momentum to the upside here. Now we can see that there's a sort of a trend that price is building up, where there's a bounce of this area here, bounce off that area here, bounce off this area here, bounce off this area here. Now what that tells me is that this is a good sign that this area has high probable chance of price bouncing off and pushing to the downside here, because this is one of my entry models that I normally use. Entry model I normally use for entering a trade on during the London session, because the AMD starts with accumulation and manipulation and distribution. So we're currently in the first phase, which is the accumulation phase, where price starts to build momentum, and then obviously it keeps hitting this sort of trend line here, which means that all this above this area, meaning stop losses are above this area, that price is building up to liquidate once obviously London opens up, because London's going to open up, cause some manipulation for people that think, there's, the price action is bullish for now, and then obviously the manipulation happens, price pushes to our area of interest, our order block, and obviously then the distribution of changing of price action goes to the downside, which is what we're looking to enter on the sell. So I'm going to put my entry price here, stop loss is just above this wick, so that price can breathe a little bit, and then we can put our full take profit. I believe this was an 8-hour trade, so we can sort of, and that's it. So now we know what we're looking for. Let's see how price plays out. Full take profit right here, and let's see. So we have manipulation happens here. So price has pushed to the upside, cleared above all the stop losses above this area, above this trend line liquidity. Now we know that manipulation happened. This is when the distribution of orders, of sell orders that are in this area here, will push price to the downside. Like I explained, as the AMD cycle works. So accumulation of orders happens during the Asia session. London opens, causing manipulation, and then obviously during that same session, once the manipulation is occurred and fully done, then the distribution of orders happens, whether the trend is to the downside or to the upside. But obviously in this case, price is trending or moving to the downside, because we can see that sort of pattern happen where price builds up liquidity to the area of interest and then pushes to the downside, which we expect for S&P 500 in this case. So without further ado, let's just see how price plays out. There we go, our distribution finally hitting our take profit. So this is how guys was able to find the trade that I took on S&P 500. This was my first trade back on the second. Using the AMD cycle. So hopefully you guys can learn something from this and use this for your own personal trading style. And obviously, if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. If you have made it so far in this video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and comment AMD in the comment section. And also follow my telegrams and all the links in the description below. It's been your boy Oya Capitals, and I'm out. Peace.